morning, everyone, and welcome to Wake Up Missoula. My name is Noelle McFoy.
And talking second, I'm Scott Ramp.
Oh, How's
it going?
That was Asaph Adonai on piano. Asaph, what song was that?
That is a song called Cat in the Cradle, Harry
Okay.
Chapin.
Oh, cool. I like it.
Yeah.
It sounds much more like dramatic and romantic than a real cat in a cradle.
Cool. So we got a great show for you guys today.
Oh, we do?
Alone.
Oh, cool. Tell us more about this, Scott.
Yes, we have Flagship Friday. I'm going to just say that this is the last Flagship Friday because
Oh, yeah.
summer camps are starting next
Monday.
week.
Monday.
And we're starting to fill up with our wildlife film
Yeah.
camp. And
I'm
this is for
excited.
kids aged 9 to 13. They can sign up. There's open registration still, so they can sign up on the
Yeah.
day of, so that they
Yeah.
can sign up as late as 1 p.m. Monday, June 20th.
You totally can. Just show up, you can drop your kid off, give us some money.
Yep. And then, of course,
Good day.
July is another thick month full
Yes.
of stop animation stuff. But
We'll talk about that later.
We'll advertise all about this July stuff.
The end of June. Let's get through June first.
Yeah.
Let's get through June
We really
first.
want people to join our summer camp next week. It's a great resource, and it's a great way for kids to get outside while also learning a skill that keeps them inside.
Yeah. And the skills that you learn here can be used out in the real world.
Yeah.
It's
In another basement located in a nearby local downtown city somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere else.
Usually in a dark room or like a audio.
Usually
sealed
very
room.
low funded, low budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, if you're low budget, then there's no audio sealed room.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we probably should look into.
The audio
Yeah,
sealed room?
audio sealed
That really
room.
would be nice. I'm sure our neighbors would like that.
I mean, yeah. Well, all we really need is a bunch of those, egg cartons and just plaster them
just do
across
that,
the wall,
yeah.
just to absorb the sound waves in the air.
We'll have a green screen wall, a metal wall, and just a bunch of egg cartons.
So Wednesday, I did a little camp thing with another group. It was like a anti-tobacco campaign.
Okay, yeah.
I guess I'm searching for the right words.
Anti-tobacco, yeah.
This and there, and
Cool.
I did a nice little short PSA with some of the kids that were in that camp, and this is put on for American Indians from all around Montana. I met a native girl from Great Falls.
Oh, nice.
Oh, what's the res known to Great Falls?
Browning.
Oh, that's there. Yeah.
Browning is the city, so the reservation is the Blackfeet Reservation. That's close to Great Falls.
Yeah. She's
but the
super
Browning
Great
is the biggest
Fallsy.
one. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Love that place. I'm
Yeah.
actually going back this weekend.
You know, like ever since I knew Noelle.
Me. That's
Yes.
me.
Okay. I recognize Great Fallians.
You
Great
really
Falls.
do. Yeah. You can kind
Yes.
of tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's pretty fun. We stick
And
together.
the plural form of Great Fallians are
Great Fallsians.
Great Falli,
Great Fall
like cacti.
I don't know. I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Great Falls.
Well, we're gonna start it today.
Okay, I'll suggest it. I'll spread it around. I'm going to Great Falls this weekend, actually, to just visit some friends, and it's a gay pride for Montana, so I'm going to go celebrate with all my gay friends.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Last year it was in Missoula. This year's
was-
in Great Falls.
Yeah, I'm very curious as to
How they're gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm very curious. But it'll be fun regardless. All my friends are going to be there.
I think
Good time.
we talked about it too. Last
Yeah.
year too. It was like, oh, it's going to be moving up to Great Falls next year, and we were interviewing some of those guys who were putting on the show.
Yeah, I'm excited. So I'll tell you guys all about it on Monday.
So we have a nice little short PSA for you guys, brought to you by the Montana Anti-Smoking.
Awesome.
Go along. Don't tell me to go along. Hey, sorry man. Can we have our frisbee back?
You guys should watch what you're throwing next time.
Where you been, man? Haven't seen you around lately. Yeah, what happened to you?
Got in trouble for smoking at school.
You smoke? You don't smell like smoke.
It's like vaping, but there's all kinds of different cigarettes you can try.
Is that why you smell like bubblegum all the time? You know vaping has nicotine in it, right?
Yeah, but it's safer.
Says who?
They do.
They? Who's they?
You know, they.
People told you? And you believe them?
Sure.
All right.
That's nice. That was good, Scott.
So
Cool, I
yeah,
like that.
it's an interesting fact because
It is. That's a lot.
it's the American Indians, Native Americans, and whatever you call them now. It's many different names.
Term.
Whatever the political correctness is nowadays.
Exactly, yeah.
Their population is the highest percentage of smokers.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Which also brings me back to an interesting thing when I was talking to my cat lady the other day, and she was saying that back in the day, like she went to Vegas, but like back in the day, old day, because she's like extremely old.
1800s,
like
yeah.
any woman loves to hear how old they are.
Women live for a long time.
But anyways, when she went there when she was younger, like she'd walk in the casinos and a cloud of smoke would just greet her. It's like, welcome to our casino. You know you're in a casino because of all the smoke. But this time, they don't know if it's like a good ventilation nowadays or whatever, but when they walked in, they noticed that there was barely anyone smoking in there. Just like people just don't smoke anymore. They have the right to smoke, but they just don't.
I wonder if because of, like within the past like couple years, there's really been this like health conscious craze, and people have been really healthy. So I wonder if that's a lot of people have been stopping smoking. Or vaping. Maybe it's the vaping.
Yeah, the vaping for sure. It's like the purest form of
purest form of nicotine.
Well, I'm sorry, you just get more of it, so I think it just gives you cancer faster.
Perfect. Can't wait. That's terrible.
But that's based on no science whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man, did you get the new Bluetooth for your cigarette? It's like, it's the greatest thing ever.
It's so weird.
It's like
cigarette start smoking.
I have my super duper iPhone. I just like push this app and a cigarette pops out, and I just smoke and it's amazing.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
A scratch and sniff app. Wouldn't that be insane? It's gonna happen.
I believe that.
Like the other day, I was just like thinking to myself, what would be really cool if they came out with a non-spill cup, open container, non-spill open container. So like in the future, hopefully, but you can pour things into it, but if you like drop it, the liquid never comes out.
How would that work?
I don't know. Force fields.
Force fields.
But way in the future.
Plastic.
If I'm making like a futuristic movie, I want to have like a scene with that where like a guy's trying to figure out like he can drink it. It's like, and then he drops it. It's like, he can still drink it, but he can't.
Weird. Maybe like force field, and then it activates with like pressure sensors. Scott. Yeah. You're on a roll.
Well, maybe in 50 years.
Scott has the best imagination, you guys. He really does.
And you'll see that imagination full form next Monday when I tell tales from the weekend.
Yes.
But there are some tales for your weekend in forms of programming. So we have a bunch of new programmings happening on MCAT, but of course, let's check out the weather and see whether or not you actually want to stay in.
Oh my gosh.
And you do want to stay inside during the weekend because there's going to be some thunderstorms happening throughout the weekend. Today, there is a 20% slight chance of thunderstorms happening with a high of 69. Saturday, you have a high of 72. It's going to be mostly cloudy, then showers, and likely breezy. So close your screen doors, people. It's going to be windy. Sunday, it's going to be mostly sunny, 65, and then Monday's going to be nice and sunny. So this weekend is not a really good chance to get out there because today I walked to work like I usually do, like blah, 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 like I'm a cartoon character, and it was nice. It's like super nice outside.
I think it's because of the sun, but I was walking. Well, I wasn't walking. I was driving to work. And over far, like behind us, over towards Southwest Higgins, the sky was just like black. Just totally black with clouds.
Like ominous?
Yeah. Like black clouds and all above us and like over was blue. And it was just like, oh my God, it's coming for us. It's terrifying. I would have taken a photo, but I was driving and that's not safe.
Yes. But of course, if you want to find more information, you can go to the National Weather Service.gov.
Yes.
And of course, if you want to find more information about Wake Up Missoula, you can log on to wakeupmissoula.wix.com/WakeUpMissoula. So nice we made you write it out twice. You can like us on Facebook. You can follow us at Twitter at Wake Up Missoula.
Missoula Community Access Television also has a Twitter at MCAT TV Missoula. You can like us on Facebook, and to find out more information about us, check us out at MCAT.org.
Yep, and if you click on the MCAT Film Camp picture, you can download a form and you can sign up a kid to one of our amazing camps.
And so the first one starts Monday, and as Scott mentioned earlier, registration is open. You can drop your kid off at 1 o'clock on Monday, and pay the fee, and then have a great week with us. First one is Wildlife Film Camp, and we're going over to Kate Davis's Raptors of the Rockies, as well as other parks around Missoula to film wildlife, get some good filming skills, and just enjoy the animals.
It's gonna be great.
I'm really excited. Like, we get to hang out with kids all day and be outside. I'm stoked.
So, Noelle, what does history, poetry, music, and Southwest Asia conferences have in common?
I'm going to say that they're all new programming.
Yes,
they're all
MCAT. New programmings happening on MCAT, and they're happening tonight and tomorrow throughout the weekend. So you guys don't have to stay for the thunderstorms.
Great.
But you can hang out and watch these great videos. It's just like,
That's awesome.
I really like this. And this first clip is from a series that I produced here on MCAT. It's called Look Before You Speak. It's an art conversation, and they're talking about Edgar.
Oh, is this
Edgar
your
Paxson.
first episode?
No, this is like our second or third.
Cool.
But this is Edgar Paxson, the guy who made all the murals in the courthouse, and it kind of gives a little history about this frontiersman who's a little behind the times, especially for his time. So.
In the time, he was behind the
Oh
times.
yeah, he was way behind the time.
Way back again.
But yeah, but without further ado, here's a little taste of what you guys can see tonight and tomorrow. And when we come back, we'll have Events with Noelle.
Is a drawing of him? Or
No, that's a photograph of our guy, Paxson. He knew how to make his own buckskins. He was a crack shot. He knew how to make moccasins. He really wanted to be a frontiersman, but he just got out here just a little too late. The frontier was coming to an end.
And when we were visiting earlier, you were saying he was good friends with Charlie Russell. And boy, there's the
Russell
back.
had a lot of admiration for him. Yeah,
That's the hip strip, man.
that's the hip strip. There's the Babs. And there's Paxson on his horse in his frontiersman outfit.
And, he remained active in the local militia, what probably would have is today the National Guard. He was active in that group, and I know that he went away and served in the Philippines.
Yeah. He was.
What did I know? But no, this earth is for all people. Start the dance.
You look at this huge literature. You cannot imagine how many books have been written in the US, especially in Europe and in our part of the world historically about jihad and its meanings and how it was hijacked in the past and in very different contexts. But it has two meanings. Jihad can be also, I'm sure you've heard of spiritual Islam, of Sufism. It's also struggle that you exert on yourself to curb your animal, if you want, instinct and so on. That's also another meaning of jihad.
Hi, you guys. We are back. We've got some events going on in your community for Friday. So this is what's happening today. What I have are pretty much just some kid events and then some things in the afternoon and then lots of music for tonight. So starting at 9:30, over at Mismo Gymnastics' Family Fun Time is an open gym for ages walking to 12 years. At 10:30 a.m. at the public library is Family Story Time. This is, for a bit of an older crowd, it is a theme story time on the dragon rug, and it may include songs and an art activity. Tiny Tales is also at the public library. That starts at 10:30. This is for the younger crowd, babies ages birth through 3 years, and they sing songs and learn finger plays and hear nursery rhymes and stories as well. Over at the Children's Museum of Missoula, they've got shaving cream art that starts at 11 until 11:30. Also at 11, over at Spectrum Discovery area, their Discovery Bench is slime, and their brain lab is fruit fly taste tests. So that sounds weird. Yeah. And then we've got our kids' table at the public library that starts at 11:30. And so this is a free weekday lunch program open to youth ages 18 and under. That'll be in the large meeting room. And this is funny. On there it says, feeding begins at 11:30 a.m. So get on in there, the feeding begins. Oh man. Okay, also at the library at noon, we've got 3 different events coming up. The library always has so many wonderful things going on there.
You gotta keep those kids busy, or they'll be out doing them drugs.
It's true. Yeah. They've got their watercolor painting class at noon. That is with Rob P. And that, it looks like it's in the large meeting room. And then also at noon, they've got yarns, which is in the boardroom. That is for those knitters and crocheters to get together and end their week with some crafty fun. You know, eat their lunch. They probably gossip. I bet it's really fun. Also at the public library at 3:30 is their teen writers group. It's for teens who need some feedback or some inspiration. And that looks like it's in the small meeting room. Yeah. And then we go across the street at 4 o'clock to the Missoula Butterfly House and Insectarium to feed that crazy spider, Rosie the Chilean rosehair tarantula. Yeah. And then in Caras Park this weekend, tonight at 4 o'clock, is a Big Sky Brewing Company 21st anniversary. And so it didn't really have any detailed notes about what's going to happen there. I can only imagine that there'd be some bands and then they'd have beer. And hopefully it'll be sunny. Yeah, so it starts at 4. At the Radius Gallery at 5 is opening reception and artist talks. And so they're going to exhibit new works by 3 Montana artists. And these well-known veteran painters are going to turn their attentions to a topic beloved to us all, their own corner of the globe. So they're going to be talking about their art as well as probably what inspires them. Now we've got some music. Okay, so over at Imagination Brewing Company at 6 is the Old Sap CD release party. There's traditional Irish music at the Union Club also at 6. Steve Collig is going to be playing the Highlander Tap Room at 6 o'clock. David Boone will also be over at Ten Spoon Vineyard and Winery at 6. And then back over at the Missoula Public Library, they've got their cheap date night. That's at 7. And so you guys can call 721-2665 to find out the title of the movie. That's usually every 3rd Friday of the month in the large meeting room. And then over at the Crystal Theater, they've got a original play by, let's see, it's called Ice Cream Trash and How to Escape. It starts at 7:30, and it follows an aspiring children's author, her best friend, a misguided college dropout, and an environmentalist girl, as they try to carve a space for themselves in San Francisco in the huge and confusing world. Sounds great. Yeah, 7:30 at the Crystal Theater. And then over at the Palace, we've got some music at the Palace. At 9 is some rock. It's a Moss Generator and then Swamp Ritual. And then also at Monk's, they've got a Pride Party that starts at 9, probably for all those that can't make it to Great Falls, for the Great Falls Big Sky Pride. And then over at the Top Hat Lounge is Dodgy Mountain Men and Blackberry Bushes at 9:30. Band in Motion is at the Union Club also at 9:30. And Dusk will be playing the Sunrise Saloon also at 9:30. So that's what I've got going on in your community for your Friday. Up next, we're switching gears and we're going to musical notes with Asaph Adonai.
Father's Day is coming up soon. So here's the question. What happened to the frog that broke down? He got towed away. I guess I better not quit my day job.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, audience may not know about me personally, I used to be a nanny before I became a full-time pianist. I cooked, I cleaned, I did errands, I babysat, I even changed diapers. In the 1940s, Hollywood had a fictitious nanny named Mr. Belvedere, and this was a nanny that could solve problems, family problems, and he could solve crime. But Mr. Belvedere and yours truly can't compare to our guest. Our guest on today's musical notes is Francine Joy Drescher, known to the world as Fran Drescher. There she is. She's also known to the world as the nanny. And there she is, was the young woman there. Anyway, Fran Drescher is an American film and television comedian. She is a model, an actress, a producer. She's also an ordained minister of all things and an activist. But she's best known for playing Fran Fine on the TV series The Nanny, which aired from 1993 to 99. And she has that nasally accent. Hi, Mr. Sheffield. Well, I can't imitate that. But anyway, Fran Drescher made her screen debut in a movie called Saturday Night Live in 1977 with John Travolta.
Oh, Saturday Night Fever?
I'm sorry, I meant to say Saturday Night Fever, not Live. Saturday Night Fever with John Travolta in 1977. Boy, those titles are so confusing. But anyway, she gained some more recognition after that film when she was climbing in a film called Gorp in 1980. She also appeared in Hollywood Nights that same year in 1980. But she hit her stride in 1993 when she became Fran Fine. And also, she was nominated for 2 Emmy Awards, 2 Golden Globe Awards for Best Actress in a Comedy Television Series during the show's run. And then, after that series ended, she went on to do a show called Living with Fran in 2005 to 2006, and also another show called Happily Divorced in 2011 and 2013. So that's kind of a flyover of her television works. But normally when I do this show, I always focus on the accomplishments, but I'm going to make an exception in her case here because she's a survivor of uterine cancer. She was diagnosed with that disease and misdiagnosed 8 times before they found the proper treatment. And by that time, she had to undergo a radical hysterectomy.
Wow.
And she's been cancer-free ever since, and she went on to write a book called Cancer Schmancer. And it's a book that not only empowers women, but helps them to know their body. And if they think something's wrong when the doctor says they're okay, just be persistent and fight. Because just think about it, 8 times they misdiagnosed this lady. Something drastically could have gone wrong with that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know,
8
doctors
times?
have a way of always saying you're okay when you know you're not.
Yeah.
So I'm glad she wrote that, but she triumphed over that. And finally, she's been the recipient of the John Wayne Institute Women of Achievement Award. This is after her victory with cancer. She also got the Gilda Award, the City of Hope Women of the Year Award, the Hebrew University Humanitarian Award, the Albert Einstein College of Medicine Spirit of Achievement Award, and in 2006 she was honored with the City of Hope Spirit of Life Award, which was presented to her by Hillary Clinton. And finally, in 2010, she was the guest of honor at the Dancer of Cancer Charity Ball at the Imperial Palace in Vienna, Austria. And she's the first person to ever receive the My Aid Award for her achievements in support of cancer prevention and rehabilitation. So I'm going to stop right there, but this lady has triumphed, even though she will always be remembered as the nanny with that unusual voice.
It's true. Yeah. Nice. Thank you very much, Asaph.
Sure.
That was Musical Notes with Asaph Adonai.
And coming up is this art clip, which is art from the floodplains, and this is going to expire next week. So you have one more week to check this out at the Missoula Art Museum. But here's a little taste of what you guys can see. And we'll be right back with weekend events with Noelle after this.
Hi guys, we're back, and this is what's going on in your community on Saturday. Okay, so let's see. Up first, over at Garden City Montessori School, they're having a garage sale that starts at 8 a.m. And so that goes until noon, and it looks like they're having a new upper elementary classroom. So all garage sale funds will be used for a new computer and other items. Great. We've got our farmers markets tomorrow. We've got our Missoula farmers market at the Red X is at 8. Clark Fork Market is over, that's at Caris Park. That also starts at 8. And then we have our Pine Street Market, or People's Market on Pine Street that starts at 9. Over at E3 Convergence Gallery is a Pastel Techniques workshop that starts at 9 a.m. And so no experience is required. All supplies and lunch are included. It's a limited class size, so they would ask that you register early. Cost is $85. And I apologize, I don't have the phone number available for you, but if you look up E3 Convergence Gallery online, you can find their number and you can call and find out. Over at the Silver Lagoons at Kearns Aquatic Center, they've got a fishing derbies. It starts at 9, so ages 12 to 14. They have to have a fishing license, but they've got all-day fishing derbies tomorrow. Sounds great. Over at Playfair Park is Olympic Day. That starts at 10 a.m. And so what it is, let's see, so it's a free family festival in celebration of Olympic Day. It's put on by Parks and Rec and Missoula Youth Rugby. And so from 10 a.m. to 2, kids can enjoy a wide variety of Olympic-themed games and activities, and the event features music and exciting door prizes. But there won't be any doors because they'll be outside. How funny. Okay. Over at Spectrum Discovery Area, the Discovery Bench is hovercrafts, and the Brain Lab is eye dissections. That starts at 10 a.m. And then over at Cabela's in Missoula, they have a fly fishing clinic for adults on their Cabela's pond. I don't know where their pond is or that they had one, but you can fly fish on the Cabela's pond stocked with fresh trout. So it's for adults only. I don't know. That sounds really weird to me. I'm confused by that. Just check it out. Go to Cabela's, give them a call. I'm not sure. Over at the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, they've got a kids event. They can learn about fishing using laser shot and explore the visitor center. Cool. It's free. It's from 11 to 1. And then over at Red Creek Lodge, they've got their 5th annual Hot Rod Lewis Rock Creek Rod Run. That's a mouthful. Camping is $10. Registration forms and event details are on their website, hotrodlouise.com, LEWIES.com. And then over at Travelers Rest State Park, they've got Trekker Kids. Their special guest, the Montana Natural History Center, who is celebrating 25 years this week. And so it looks like it's just a series of activities and programs geared towards kids 5 to 10. And then over at the Missoula Butterfly House, I'm going to butcher this because I don't really know how to pronounce it, and I meant to look it up before I talked about it, but I just read the paper instead. I'm sorry, everyone. So it's life cycle of a Lepidoptera, or maybe it's like
Lepidoptera?
Yeah, Lepidoptera. Kind of hard to say.
I think you just have to say it really fast.
Lepidoptera. I think so too. Yeah. But so Lepidopteras are so I think they're insects that have a process of metamorphosis. Yeah. So like caterpillars are an example of that. So they're going to be reading the story about the hungry caterpillar, and then they'll also talk about moths and butterflies, and they're going to create a life cycle necklace that you can take home with you. Oh. That sounds really fun. Like, I know that's for kids, but I want to do that. Is that weird? No. It sounds great. I want to make a life cycle necklace. Okay, and then this is a weekly thing that is going through all summer until October 1st. And so it's a weekly garden towards a meditation teaching over at 1000 Buddha Garden in Arlee. Starts at 1 p.m. And so let's see. So if meditation classes are every Saturday at 2, followed by the interpretive guided tours of the garden, which begins at 1. So first it's a guided tour at 1, and then a meditation class at 2. That sounds pretty great. And then over at Natural Grocers, they've got a Feed Your Brain class. So they're going to be talking about good foods to eat that'll give your brain the energy that it needs.
To have fun.
Yeah. And now I've got some music for you guys. So at 6 o'clock, Brian Smith will be at the Highlander Tap Room. Asaph, this song is getting me. It's so funny.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's just really funny. Girls just want to have fun, and Asaph does too. Way Cool Music will be at 10 Spoon Vineyard and Winery. No, you can keep playing. I was just kidding. This is just funny. Don't worry, Asaph. Okay, Way Cool Music is at 10th Food Vineyard and Winery. It starts at 6. River City Players will be at Imagination Brewing Company also at 6. Tom Catmull will play the Tap Room at Lola Peak Brewing Company at 6 o'clock. All the music starts at 6. And then the oldest of Bob Marley's kids, Stephen Marley, or Stephen Marley, I don't know. He's going to be at the Women Theater at 7, so there's some reggae for you. Absolutely will be with Chris Moon at the Badlander at 9. Over the Roxy, they've got a movie cult. Monty Python and Holy Grail will be playing also at 9. At the Dark Horse, they're having Uncommon Evolution, Undone, and Blissidum. That starts at 9:30. Wild Coyote is at the Sunrise Saloon at 9:30, and then Band of Drifters will be at the Top Hat Lounge at 10. So a full evening for you guys. Check out MissoulaEvents.net, the University of Montana website, the Independent and the Missoulian for more events in your community. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's Friday, you guys.
But it's not just any old Flagship Friday. It is the last Flagship Friday.
It really is.
Yes, it is. Over the time, I have showed Flagship Friday videos of the week, and of course, it's been 2 months after the last of the Flagship stuff, and pretty much by then, usually the tap runs dry.
Yes.
And this is the very last Flagship Friday.
How are you feeling about this?
Of this season.
Of the children's season.
Well, once this is over, then we'll have your Fridays devoted to your summer camp. So we'll do like summer camp Fridays. So hopefully by next Friday we'll have something to show for you guys. But that'll mostly be a tease for a big live show, which will be happening next Friday at 5 p.m. Mm-hmm. And that'll be put on by me and Noelle and all the kids that were in our camp next week.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Okay, without further ado, and before I get too gassy, here is Penguin Stalker.
Girl, there was this penguin stalking me, and it was so scary.
Wait, did you just say a penguin?
Yes! You don't believe this?
No.
Did you see that?
See what?
I just saw the penguin stalker.
Again? Really?
Yeah!
The penguin?
It was right there!
Okay.
Why can't you believe me for once?
Girl, you cray-cray.
Calm down!
I thought you were the penguin stalker!
I'm not a penguin stalker.
I don't believe it, but there's this penguin stalking me.
You're right. I don't believe you.
He's right there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, you can't just leave me with that thing. You need to get at him! You need to get at him! What's right behind me? He's right behind me!
Who's right behind you?
The penguin stalker! It's true! It's true!
I told you to stop with that!
I swear I saw him. He was right behind me.
How about you come over to my house tonight and spend the night, and I'll keep an eye on you.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for having my back.
I'll always have your...
He killed my best friend!
I'm sorry. And I'm also sorry for this. I got her.
so funny. That was great. Man, that penguin was a killer. But I like that they all whipped and nay-nayed at the end. And then that girl came back to life. That was fun. Good. I like when they have happy endings.
Just a random dance ending.
Yeah.
Typical 80s ending.
Yeah, typical 80s ending.
Or 80s segue.
Dance ending.
I think every movie should have an 80s dance segue.
Always. I agree.
It's like super intense.
Yeah.
And it's like Oscar, and then there's like a dancing scene.
Yep,
Like,
and then it just goes back into like being intense. I agree. Just to lighten it up, lighten the mood. Yeah.
But of course, what else will lighten up your mood is logging onto our website, wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. So nice, we made you write it out twice. You can like us on Facebook. You could follow us on Twitter at Wake Up Missoula.
You can like Missoula Community Access Television on Twitter at MCAT TV Missoula. You can also like us on Facebook, and to find out more information about us, just check us out on MCAT.org.
Yep. And of course, if you are a organization or individual that's putting on a rally, a cause, or a concert, you can come on our show. You can call us at 542-6228, ask for the Wake Up Crew, or you can email us mcat@mcat.org. But without further ado, thanks for joining me. It was a nice little show, little thing to kick off for your Friday, and of course, all our summer programs start up next week, so check that out.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in with us, you guys. For Wake Up Missoula, my name is Noelle McAvoy.
And I'm Scott Ramp.
Here's Asaph Adonai. We'll catch you on Monday.